Bob's Garden. Today we're going to be pruning a climbing hydrangea. This is hydrangea anomala petiolaris, and it can grow quite tall, 80 to 100 feet. And we plant them at the base of trees and let them climb up the trees. They have a nice white flower, which is now past, and it's time to prune them. We're going to give this a shape to this that's more like a tree than a vine. When this attaches to a stone wall like this, it doesn't harm the mortar like English ivy would. So it's a really great vine for clinging to things, so you can grow them on the house. They will produce a mark on the house if you end up having to take some of them away. And they leave behind this little brown schmutz, I'll call it, that can be sanded down and it can be cleaned up. It will not harm the house. So we have this nice stone wall here, and we want to be able to see it. If we let this go, it would completely cover the entire stone wall. You wouldn't be able to see it at all. So we're going to give this a shape. We'll be cutting these at these junctions. You can see here, inside here, there's two buds coming out. And so we can cut about a 1/4 inch above that bud, like that. Or we could even go even further down, and you'll see there's another, we're looking here, we'll see another bud in here, and we can cut down to this level. So we're going to get this all cleaned up, and we're going to have this look like trees when we're done here, and they have a nice bark to them. It's a very good accent plant for climbing area, where you want something to climb up and soften up this mortar like this. So we're going to do this entire wall, and we're going to show you what it looks like when we're done. So I'd like to show you a real quick feature of the hydrangea, climbing hydrangea. You'll see that these little, looks like roots coming out of the stem here. This is actually what grips onto structures, and this will leave a mark behind when you pull it off on a house. But here, what we need to do is, I've been clearing up this trunk in here, and you can see these pieces in here. So we're going to cut these at the base, and then we have to peel them off. And you can see these hairs came right off, and there's no marks in here. So if you'll take a look at our video, Japanese style pruning of a Viburnum, you can recognize the same techniques that we did with that, we're using, modifying for this. And so we do have this layering, making space for the birds to nest. And we just got this really very interesting trunks that we've exposed. I just love this. It's just such a mysterious and wonderful thing to see. And it's important, a couple of things that are important here is we have these spent flowers here. These should be allowed to stay on and fall by themselves. We shouldn't cut too many of these flowers off because it needs it. And the other thing is that we do have to prune these back in like this. If they're allowed to grow out too much from here, they get too much heavy. If it gets too heavy, and it can break. And we've had a couple sections in here that kind of escaped us, and they broke off, but we were able to retrain it. So we have our framework here, and the only pruning from year to year is to get that established, leave the established growth alone and take off the new growth in through here. And so we come all the way down to the base here, and we have trunks that look like trees, and we can follow this down through here. There's some very interesting movement in through here. And this is what we want to see. We want to see this movement. And over here, we have the same kind of thing going on. You can get the idea. So this is a good technique to do for this climbing hydrangea, and try it out. You'll see that it may take a while to get these to be these thick trunks. I've been working on these for over a dozen years. But once you get that done, then it's just a matter of once a year. Now we do sometimes need to come at the base because we'll get some regrowth down in through here. And sometimes we take care of it, and sometimes we have to let it go, and we'll just get it the following year. But for now, this should stay for a couple months like this. It'll be all right. So thank you for watching Bop's Garden, and we'll see you next time. Remember to share, comment, and subscribe to my videos, and be curious, not judgmental.